there's something different about him now. And everybody matures as they get older. Maybe it's a little of that, but there's a confidence, there's a self-assuredness in the way that he speaks.
Right.
And I asked him when the moment was in the offseason when he decided that he's going to basically go for it, that he's going to go all in and bet on himself. And he said that in the early days of the pandemic, when free agency went forward and the Bears traded for Nick Foles, that was when he self-reflected, or as we would say, self-reflected on himself, on what he wants to be, on what he wants his NFL career to be, on what he wants his career in Chicago to be. And he became determined at that point to put in the work, put in the effort, and prove to everyone, specifically his teammates and his coaches, that he's the best option. And he went about his business, and when they didn't pick up the option, that was just more fuel to the fire. And he told me that all throughout training camp, he had no idea that he was winning. He didn't even care that he was in position. He was just doing what he had to do. They were getting equal reps. And it wasn't until the afternoon that the news got out that he'd won the job, that he knew, that he even had an inkling. He said, I wasn't worried about it. There's nothing, I can't control it.
Right.
I'm focused on what I can control, and I'll wait until they tell me what they want me to do. And look, has he been perfect the first 2 weeks? No. But they've won.
Yes, they have.
And there's something to be said for that.
Yeah.
That's right. He's making plays when he has to.
Right.
And, they came back from 17 down. They tried to blow the lead yesterday, but at the end of the day, they got it done. And let me tell you this, too, about Nick Foles. Because we thought Nick Foles was brought in because he knows the offense, and that had a lot to do with it, and it gave him a built-in edge. But what Trubisky said is that Foles, because of all the other offenses he's been a part of, he's bringing to the table.
Yeah, sure.
All these things he's picked up elsewhere, and he's making their offense better. And the way Trubisky put it is he defends the quarterback position in that he's doing what he can to make the quarterback in that offense on that team as good as it can be, even if he's not that quarterback.
Yeah.
And it's like part coach, part player. But he went on and on about what Nick Foles has done. And I think he was the perfect guy to bring in because, hey, maybe he wins the job, fine. If he doesn't, though, he's not going to be resentful. He's not going to be petty. He's not going to be trying to sabotage anything. He's going to try to make Mitchell Trubisky into the best quarterback he possibly can be.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. We've heard this over and over from Nick Foles. And when you got a veteran quarterback like that, plus a head coach or a play caller that's willing to listen to ideas and things like that, man, that is awesome, and especially when you're the starter, because not only are you sitting there listening to these conversations and you're learning football, but we've talked about this other times. Sometimes you don't know what you don't know in the NFL. I talk to some quarterbacks and they just go, I don't understand. Well, how is New England getting that guy open all the time? I see them run this play, and you want to sit there and explain it. Well, they're coaching something different than what you're not. Your team's not coaching it the right way. Sorry, that's why. So that's the interesting thing there. And yeah, there comes a time as a player, Mike. Just to my own life, and I've seen it with my father, where you kind of get boxed in the corner of your career, and you're going, like where was I going here? And you just, for lack of a better phrase, just say F it, like F it, screw everybody. I want to play football. I want to be great. The hell with the media. The hell with my head coach who might want to replace me. I've just had enough of it. And there's that point where you hit as an athlete or competitor where all of a sudden all the noise can go away, and you just start to focus on what's really important, and that's when you can take off as a player.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.